Yo guys, what is up? And welcome back to a brand new video here to the channel. Today, I'm coming back out to one of my favorite tiny little clear water, grassy little ponds to see if we can't get on some big summer bass here. Let's get right into it. All right guys, so like I said, today we're coming back out to this clear water, grassy pond here. And this is actually a pond I came into in one of my most recent videos where I actually ended up getting on a pretty decent sized, around 3.5 pounder, right up shallow, sight fished him as well. When I'm coming back out here, I got 3 rods, I got a jig, which may or may not come into play depending on if there are any areas without grass. I got a little finesse, weightless wacky rig, as well as a little topwater buzz toad from Guggen Baits. But I'm gonna be walking around this pond, hopefully finding some big fish that I know are in here. And yeah, let's start cranking some of these fish. Let's get back in there. Yep, one's got it, one's got it. Got it, there we go, there we go. Number 1 on the day. Keep him out of this grass, keep him out of this grass. There we go. Not a very big fish, but that's number 1. Important little fish right there. I've been trying to sight fish these guys since this water is so clear. And there've been a few up shallow that have not been super interested in the bait. So I just took a cast way out towards the little deeper areas, right over top of some of this grass that's in here since there is so much of it. And nice little aggressive guy. Nothing too special. Let's get him back. All right guys, number 1, had to keep him up out of that grass. And let's get down here for a nice little release here on this little frog or snake or something right there. But let's get him back. There he goes. This water is so clear, as you guys can probably see, as long as there isn't too much glare. But I've seen so many bluegill and little micro bass, like that long, maybe 3 or 4 inches long, like bass that would have been during the spawn this year. And there are definitely some good fish in this pond since I've caught them, but casting out towards the middle with just a super natural colored little Guggen Baits drag and drop right here. A natural colored Guggen Baits drag and drop. And yeah, let's get back in there. I know there's big ones in here. So just a matter of time before we can't find some. Let's get back in there. Good first one of the day though. Oh, that's a fish. Got him. I couldn't, he was right in front of me. I looked away for a second and my line was just running. It's another good little fish, but I literally casted right on top of this grass. And I mean, that fish must have been buried up in there, saw that worm come over top of him, and he just cranked it. I mean, this water is so clear, and there's so much grass in it. You know these fish are just hiding up in this grass, looking up, looking into any of these patches to see if they can't find a little easy meal. Come right over top of them. Let's get this guy back. All right, guys, that's number 2, another little dinky guy. Really cool colors on him, though. Cranked it right out in this grass. Let's get him back. All right, that was probably about the same size as that first one, but what I'm finding is most of these fish, as I said, are just hiding up inside of these grassy areas, even in spots where it just looks pretty normal. There's no structure or anything. It's just pretty much a grass patch. And since there's so much, you have to take so many casts to find the ones that hold the fish. But when you find one that has a little opening in it and you can cast into that, a lot of times those fish are just hiding right on the outsides. A little bait fish, a little minnow, something like that swims past them, and they're gonna always take that easy meal. And that's what I'm trying to imitate with this Guggen Baits drag and drop. Let's get back in there. All in that grass. I'm just waiting for a big one to just pop out of it and then take me into the grass and break me off. Another bass right there. Oh my God. Did I actually hook that? There's no way I hooked that fish. How did I hook this fish on like a size 2 bait holder hook? I was about to say all the bass that I've seen up shallow have been so skittish, the ones I've been hooking and getting bites from have been when I've cast it out, probably because they see me in this clear water. And then I thought it was like a little bluegill or something. That is such a dinky bass. All right, guys. Easily the smallest fish I probably caught all year. Let's get him back. I don't know how that fish got hooked. I mean, I'm throwing a pretty small bait. I'm throwing the 5-inch size of the Googan Baits drag and drop. Just got like a size 2 or maybe a size 1, which would be even bigger, bait holder hook, which is not a big hook by any means, but that fish should not be getting hooked. He just ate it right exactly in the middle where that hook was. There's like a little drain over here, which is the spot there should be some fish. Oh yeah, there's a bass right there. Come on, take it. Oh my gosh. Went right past it. Shouldn't be able to see me from all the way up. Yep, he's following it. He's following it. He's following. He ate it. He ate it. Got him. It's not probably the biggest one of the day. Not much bigger though. It's so fun to see him fight in this clear water. Not much bigger. Probably the biggest one of the day by just an inch maybe. But that was so cool. I was up here and it's in the shade, so I was kind of away from where these fish could see me from in the water. And this guy didn't eat it on the first cast it back in the same spot just in case there were some other ones. And then I saw him turn back out of that grass and he got it. It's not the size we're looking for, but we're getting somewhere with this fish. I mean, just a nice little 1/2 pounder, but I will take it. Let's get him back into this grass patch right here that he came from. Let's go. All right, guys, that is what, number 4 on the day, if we're gonna count that little small one, but cool little fish. Let's get him back. Just throw him right back into that grass. But I saw that guy in the cast before, and he didn't eat it. He didn't seem super interested. Cast it back in. I know it was the same fish because I saw him the whole time. Then he came right back from behind a little piece of grass, and he was on it. Cool little eat, number 4. Let's get a little bit bigger fish now. Oh, dude, something just blew up on that. No way. I was just saying how we got to a second pond. I was just saying how I didn't think someone was gonna bite it because there's so much grass on top that even this buzz toad gets grass on it. But that was a good little bite. I mean, I don't know how big it was. It was right at my feet too. I don't think it was anything too crazy, but that was a cool bite. I mean, he definitely didn't get the hooks. There was really nothing I could do about that. This is a great, oh, got him. Oh, he came off. That was another bite. Dang it. I actually hooked that one for a split second too. Oh my gosh. They're absolutely killing this bait. I was about to say that was so shallow that first one it bit. I'm just casting this all the way across. That was another bite though. That was a little bit more of a relaxed bite, but I actually hooked him for a split second. I don't think these fish are really caring, or maybe they can't really tell that there's so much grass on this bait. They just see movement on top. They see those legs kicking, and they're absolutely killing it. And now I got a ton of grass on it. All right, I've made the decision to switch up from that buzz toad to this small little lunker hunt frog for 2 reasons. 1, it might be a little bit more weedless, since it is 1, smaller, and 2, little hollow belly frog. You're still gonna get a little bit of a grass on that hook hanger because of how this grass is on top, but maybe it will be a little bit easier to get through. And also, it's got probably a better chance of hooking some of these smaller fish. Oh, yep. Oh my God. Better chance of hooking him. I still missed that massive blow up right there. Oh my God. That was insane. But it also probably has a little bit better chance of hooking some of these smaller fish while still having the opportunity for a big one. And wow, did that fish crank it. How did he not get hooked? I've had decent luck hooking fish on this frog. I mean, your hookup ratio is always going to be a little worse on a hollow belly frog than it is on other topwater lures and other lures in general, just because of the nature of it. But I have had decent luck with this frog hooking fish. So I'm hoping that if we just get this in front of the right fish's mouth, which that fish seemed like it was the right fish, then we can hook him. There might be some fish caught on this today. Yep, got him. That's a good fish. That's a good fish. That is good fish. That is good fish. Come on, get up here, buddy. Get up here, buddy. Yes. All right, it's not a giant, but that's definitely the best fish of the day. Let's go. That is a chunky fish. Wow. That fish has been feeding up on some of these bait fish in here, and obviously some frogs. Look how chunky he is. He's got a gut on him for a fish with such a small mouth, barely even hooked there. That is a pale little fish. It's not a giant, but it's a nice, chunky, probably a little pound, probably about 1.25 pounds little fish because of how chunky he is. Let's get him back on the frog. Let's go. All right, guys, that's number 5 on the day, number 1 on the frog. Totally different looking fish, from those clear water grassy fish to now these kind of more dirty water fish coming out of that grass for the frog. That's so sick. There he goes. Hooked that one. Barely hooked, though, on this little pink frog. But I will take that. That is number 1 on the frog, number 5 overall. And I'm going to keep throwing this frog because that was a sick bite. It was a decent fish as well. And I feel like a big one could eat this as well. Let's get back in there.